Welcome back, everyone. Each month we get the chance to sit down with Chattanooga's Fire Chief Hyman and talk a little bit about what's going on with the Chattanooga Fire Department. And he joins us now to tell us all about why we need to check our smoke detectors and lots of other important information. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with smoke detectors. In all reality, there have been a lot of fires in the city of Chattanooga recently, and a lot of people's lives have been saved because of these smoke detectors.
And that's something that we reiterate every single year of how much lives are saved by these smoke detectors. And it's unfortunate when we have one that a fire where there's somebody that's been hurt or injured or killed where they haven't had a smoke detector, working smoke detector. So they are super important. We got to make sure they got batteries in and make sure that they work and test them regularly. That's your first line of defense if we get a fire.
When do you recommend that folks check their batteries and their smoke detector?
At least twice a year. At least twice a year. We typically do it around the time change, and we've got a time change coming up, so you'll be seeing a lot of social media blast about time to change your smoke detector batteries.
But it is so important.
It is very
such
important,
a
and it's easy to forget about, and that's why we're here for a constant reminder.
And a reminder to families to make sure that they have an escape plan if a fire breaks out in their home.
That's good, and particularly with children, we need to practice that, and usually the children know better what to do than the adults sometimes. But practicing an escape plan, make sure that you have an escape plan. If I practice it, know where you got to go. If you go out of the house, if it catches on fire, make sure that you stay out.
Absolutely. Also, we want to talk a little bit about Burn Awareness Week. You know, for us that like to cook in the kitchen, it's very important that you stay in the kitchen with whatever is on the stove. Many of these fires that we're seeing in our city come from kitchen fires.
Yeah, nearly half of the fires throughout the United States happen because of unattended cooking or starting from a cooking fire. So we really encourage people just to pay attention while they're in the kitchen. Make sure that you have a kid-safe area. You don't want a child to reach up there and grab a pot handle and pull burning grease or hot water onto them. So, you know, we've had a number of things happen like that in the past too. So we just caution people with that.
Is it grease fires?
It could be any number of things. So anything that you leave unattended on the stove, even if you come in and set your groceries down on the stove and don't realize that an eye is on or bump an eye, it will start a fire. So we don't want to put anything on the stove other than a pot.
Yes, good information for folks out there. All of us love to cook, but please be careful when you're in the kitchen. It happens. We want to also update folks in our community about your academy progress. Tell us a little bit about that.
The academy's doing really well. They're getting a lot of physical challenges thrown at them right now, so we're really kind of putting them to the test. They're doing their EMT program right now, so they're working on all their medical skills. They've been taking blood pressures, going over the human body anatomy, and really diving into a lot of that detailed information to help prepare them for when they get out. But the physical part of it's really wearing them out, but they're doing good.
So intense, that training there. Now, when will they graduate, Chief
They will
Hyman?
graduate in about 5 more months.
5 more months. Wow. Well, good luck to them. We're looking forward to having them out in our community as well. We also want to thank you for coming to our Hearts for Heroes event with WFLI a few weeks ago, or actually a week ago. So thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely. It was a very special event, and the first responders really notice those kind of events. So we do really appreciate folks reaching out. We thank Little Debbie and thank you guys for putting that on.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here and updating us what's going on in our community. Great reminders, folks. Check your smoke detectors. Again, they save lives. Right, Chief Hyman?
Yes, ma'am.
They do. All right. If you would like some more information on this interview, go to our website. That's at WDEF.com. Coming up next, Chip has your Sportsman's Forecast. We'll be right back.